Here's the case for a fact. You've at least come across someone who thinks he's so fat and trying desperately to lose weight. But when you look at him, he isn't actually that fat, or at least not as fat as he thinks. Or maybe he's just that fat or as fat as a whale. You're sure to also have come across people who try so hard to lose weight. These people in either way are unhappy or unsatisfied with their body image or how they look in terms of their body size. A lot of people are like that, and unfortunately that's the case for most people. I myself was one of the former for 2 years. Thoughts have occurred to me recently to share my logic about the situation and also to spread clarity, motivation, and as a practical bonus, my holy grail and miracle weight loss diet, which is the only diet that has ever worked for a most difficult to diet person like me. So watch this video till the end, and after that, find it in the caption. Wanting to be fat or thin can be the result of so many causes, as you can imagine. Some would say it is based on external factors like models and fashion, but you can see even these are becoming more and more flexible with the inclusion of various body sizes such as plus and healthy. Now consider if to be fat or thin is a want or a need. Apart from for only a couple areas in life and jobs, to be thin, for example, isn't a requirement, but it is in some fashion modeling jobs. Many fashion houses are held accountable for spreading the skinny model ideals, but they have their own reasons. Designers do dress various body sizes, but they want to advertise their clothes as acceptably and attractively to the audience as possible. I'm explaining a concept here which is quite interesting. You know, as a designer, after you've worked hard designing your beloved clothes, you want the designs to appear and show as realistically as possible, in the same way that they appear outside. And just as good, but no less. It just happens to be that at photo shoots or video shoots, subjects tend to appear bigger on camera or on film. They don't want the clothes to appear too stretched out or bad-lookingly bigger than how they really are. Looking at these items purely like designs, they don't want any alterations through camera lenses or body curves to the looks. So they would hang the clothes on racks where the alterations are minimal and also opt to hire all straight-up stick-bodied and skinny-thin models who would serve like wrecks in this case. But the camera and the models can all be handled to appear more realistically by means of creativity, and it can make up for them. Another reason is that clothes can move more freely on racks and sticks for everyone to swing around and check up, down, left, and right more freely. So on skinny models, they come with much less chance than on heavier models to make the clothes designs appear unnecessarily curved, popped, or covered by masses of skin such as heavy arms on both sides. But it's just a situation, and fashion is so many situations, so everything depends on the situation, right? So what is the one universal force that makes all humans want to be healthy, not too fat and not too thin? What is the magic that binds us all to want to be not too fat or thin, but to be healthy and comfortable with our body size? And we want it for others too. I called it magic, but in fact it's the force of nature. We all realize that we hang in the balance of nature's energy, trees, animals, and us humans. All humans have bodies that require 2,000 calories a day for an average woman and 2,500 calories a day for an average man, but no more. So when do people get fat? When we consume more energy than needed and the extra energy or food becomes deposited into fat. Nature is meant to provide us all with enough energy for humans, animals, and plants alike. But if we consume more than we need, we violate it with our greed and starve others of their chances to benefit from nature in one way or another, directly or indirectly. You could give away extra food to others who need it anyway. Mostly, we feel bad when we get fat because it's a warning that it means more animals and plants dead and more energy wasted. What do we usually eat or attain food energy for? To work and move and work. If we don't produce as much output as we consume, is it fair that we're consuming the energy from others, animals, plants, and others? The energy that we waste becomes deposited into fat, so how can we feel good about that fat? Unless we work and move it out, it will stay and make us feel bad. So it also means the more we consume food, the more we should work and get a move on. So looking at the emotional aspects of the matter, for example, I was never happy about being too fat back then, and one cannot be happy unless he is happy. With a healthy and fair body balance, that's the case for most. So to achieve his ideal and comfortable weight, to be happy and not be depressed or distracted, can become a need too. Once you realize that you're being unfair and nature gives you a knock on the head, you should change. Otherwise, if you carry on being unfair, that sensitizes us all, and people will not feel good about that or towards you, and nature will punish you too. Let's go back to the fashion case again. Fat people consume and require more resources, food, energy, and of course clothing. Designers, like all humans, feel a sense of unfair treatment in nature and also have to spend more garments or clothing materials for the fat people. Due to their creativity, training, and experience, they have to make more extra mental and physical effort too. For example, to sew more threads for bigger clothes. So designers have to put in more work for no money. They earn no extra money dressing fat customers for the extra mental and physical effort for it than thin customers. At the same time, they're feeling the sense of unfair balance to nature. That's why I think not only fashion people but all people want a healthy and fair body than the opposite. So for being fatter than fair, what are the outcomes of nature? The more you stay fat and fat, the less mobile you become. You won't be able to move freely or lightly, and the less happy you become. You'll die faster. But not all fat people will have sad and fat endings, of course. And some people are not really fat so unfairly. They just appear big, and there are so many examples of success for them. If you are secure about yourself, confident, comfortable, and work hard, of course you can be successful. Ashley Graham is a very successful and beautiful plus-sized model example. She eats healthy and works just as hard as any other model and always looks happy. The author of Game of Thrones, George R.R. Martin, serves the whole world with his talent and hard work as a writer. What happens when you're too thin? Being so overtly thin as to not have energy to do things is not okay. You'd at least need enough energy to do things, so maybe you need to stock up on your energy through gaining weight. But just being thin is okay, especially if you only need minimal resources to do your tasks, which is also the reason why we like skinny but healthy. They must be healthy models who can exercise and work like machines, with their work becoming successful and fruitful, and are always looking positively, empowering, confident, and strong. Seeing such people like Ariana Grande and my favorite supermodels like Kylie Close, Romy Stritch, and Kendall Jenner always empowers me. The concepts at the back of our heads go, they don't take so much from nature, but look how they are. Now, I hope you have got all the useful concepts of this video, and I just want all of us to be fair and happy. So it's important that you find your balance between yourself and nature, because otherwise the mentioned effects will happen and nature will work its way out.